Hey guys, it's Nomster, and today I'm in Vanilla Realism. And for those of you who don't know, Vanilla Realism is basically an adventure map that I've been making for last couple of weeks with the concept in mind for the last couple of months. It's an adventure map that's going to come with command block modules that will add realism to the game, such as thirst, or realistic fire pits, or throwing rocks to distract zombies. Cool stuff like that. Maybe heat stroke. I'm still thinking about all the modules. I only have one in the map right now, and that's realistic fire pits, and it's not 100% completed. But if you've seen my last video, or if you haven't seen my last video, I suppose, go check it out, and it shows the realistic fire pits. Now, what this video is going to be about, basically, I've been gone for about 2.5 weeks, and by gone I mean I haven't submitted a video, or uploaded a video, for the most part. Are we rolling? Is it working? Ah! Alright guys, I'm back. So basically, what this video is going to be about is going over all the really awesome submissions that people have sent in, whether it be like custom terrain, which is something I didn't even think of, so that was awesome. I even reached out to some people on Reddit that were showing off some custom terrain and asked if I can use it, and they said sure, so I used some of that as well, so it's pretty awesome. But for the most part, I'm kind of going with a theme of like a Colorado type map, and for those of you who don't live in the United States of America or are unaware of what Colorado is, basically, it's a very mountainous, high-altitude, foresty type state. So that's why I got some snow over here on top of the mountains and stuff like that, and it kind of surrounds the area, basically. I just thought it was a pretty unique type of place. I used to live in Colorado, so...
I even have like a little, if I can find it, right there, a little antenna, and that's just reminiscent of what I know of Colorado is that every time I see a really tall peak, there's always like a cell phone tower at the top of it or something, just to get better reception, I suppose, or better, yeah, you know what I mean, just because all the mountains get in the way, so they put it at the very top of mountains. It's pretty cool.
That's what I know. Now I live in South Dakota, where it's bland and nothing's fun. Very flat, boring place. Nothing but cows and agriculture. Anyways, not that that's a bad thing. I mean, sure, I love your place then if you live there, but Colorado,
it's better.
Okay, so for the most part, if you've seen my last video, you kind of saw this area. It's like a little suburb. Most of these houses, including this one right here, messed up during MC Edit. All the stairs turn sideways. This was once beautiful, now it's a monstrosity that I have to go fix by hand.
Can't fix it using MC Edit, considering it messed it up the first time, so it kind of be a wasted effort. Same with this building. This little house over here my brother made, so he made it in the actual map, so I didn't MC Edit that in, so it works just fine. This is a pretty cool house. I like it. The boards don't really work on it, but for the most part, it's very roomy, which is what I hope for. For the buildings that did come with interiors, I was hoping there'd be enough room, and it would be easy to renovate, basically. So if we come upstairs, a lot of empty space, and that's good, I think. A lot of room for interpretation, a lot of room to add things, and not really room for improvement, just room for additions is what I'm trying to say. I love this house over here. It's got a pretty cool tree. A little custom tree is the main reason I liked it. I got a few of these modern buildings. I think like 2 or 3 are in the map. The other 2 are much bigger than this, actually. But for the most part, I try to stay more towards the actual like house, looking like houses, not like multi-millionaire getaway homes on a hill, like that one over there. It's actually on a hill, but it's another modern house. But it's a pretty cool house. I like it. Most of the houses, like over here, they're not really sculpted into the terrain yet. The terrain isn't really even sculpted into the terrain yet. Basically, what I want to do is with this entire city slash town slash whatever it is, I'm going to be pasting it into like a prairie on a really big map somewhere. So it'll be an actual map. So you don't have to be in the city if you don't want to.
And for the most part, I don't know if I mentioned this yet or not, you don't even need this entire map to use Vanilla Realism. I'll release a separate like schematic or something. Maybe just a world download that you can put into your map, but basically you just MC Edit all the command block modules separately and put them into any survival map that you want. As long as it's in your spawn chunk, you'll get the perks of thirst or realistic fire pits and stuff like that. So I might not add every single module because some of them might need like specific coordinates and stuff like that, and might just not work with the whole non-deserted building theme. Like, for instance, I'm going to be adding something where basically zombies outside will track to you better than zombies inside will. So you'll be able to sneak around the zombies on the inside a little bit better than you would be able to without that, basically, if that makes sense. I'm going to lower the tracking distance on the inside, so it kind of simulates the ability to sneak. But on the outside, you'll still get mobbed by zombies and stuff like that, so it's pretty cool. Okay, let's go over the submissions a little bit more. Little semi. This is one of my favorite vehicles. the guy who submitted this also suggested that I put cars on the trailer, not just logs. And so I did that somewhere over there, and I'll show it. Lag, stop it, I hate you. But basically it goes with a theme. That's what I really liked about it. It's like a Colorado, and there's like forests everywhere over here, so I put a logging truck kind of leaving. So I thought that was pretty cool. This is a very awesome building. It's kind of like in the center of stuff. This guy, he even reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to add him on Skype so he can give me some ideas. Wow, that is lag. But yeah. Anyways, he reached out to me, Andrew, however you say his name, probably killing it. His little drop item ID card thing doesn't work on this map. I think it's just due to the MC edit that I used. Doesn't really work with a lot of stuff I try, so. But basically what it is you grab a paper, rename it to ID, and then throw it into the hopper, and it will open these gates, or pull them down at least, probably, and you'll be able to lock in. But I thought that was a pretty neat thing. He added actual redstone into the build. Nice little trees, but it's pretty cool. I like it. It's a very good building, I think. It's probably one of my favorites, actually. If I had to say myself, I really like how it like comes out over the edges. It's not just a big square like most of my apartment buildings were. It's pretty sweet. It even has like a little hole over here, vines, a little hole over here that he put in himself, and a little foliage. For the most part, I'll be doing that myself, but I thought he did a really good job of doing that, so I might leave that. What? Okay. But yeah, I'll be crediting him in the description of the map as well, so that's what I got there. Okay. Fire department moved back a little bit, not too much. Not going to say a whole lot about it because that's what happened. But yeah, just kind of moved back a little bit. Still have that clothing sign there that I have yet to move somewhere else. I might move it over to where the shopping center is because I might be able to renovate some of those shops over there and turn them into clothing stores. Wouldn't be too hard. I've got some police cars. I thought that theme might be a little bit more appropriate if I put some police cars and military vehicles because it's like an apocalyptic scenario. So I have some police cars. This one was in a hurry, obviously. You can see it's got little drag marks following behind it. Thought that was pretty sweet. I have a water tower over there, which I think was something I asked for as a submission, and I got it. So beautiful. Thanks whoever did that. This is a police station. I love it. Very, very nice. There's a squid. That's probably not supposed to be there. There's a squid in there. Great. I think there was villagers in here at one time. I think the cells are a little too decorated, if I have to say myself. He's got like maybe like days worth of books. He's got a little night lamp. He's got a sink that's full, double bed. He's got like a toilet that's like on a high rise. He's got like a little foliage in the corner. It says decorations. Beautiful. There used to be a painting there as well. There wasn't anything hidden behind it, so I was upset. Might put signs there and just have it so you can go to each room. Maybe that'd be pretty cool. Anyways, for the most part, it's the entire police station, I think. Whee! Aww. It was so young. Okay. Vroom. This building right here hasn't changed since the beginning of time. It's one of the first buildings I built on this map, and it still hasn't changed. Might not even keep it. Who knows? You guys haven't seen these buildings. There's a fly on my screen. Get out of here. You guys couldn't see it, but I could. Yeah, anyways. You guys haven't seen, like, any of this. It's like, I've done so much. My gosh. Anyways, this is a little bit bigger modern building than that was. Pretty good building. I like it, though. I'm not sure about these pressure plates on the outside. I understand it's supposed to be a walkway, but once I went to the newer updates, it put in these doors that didn't even exist when this building was made, so yeah, I don't know why those are there now. It's just a snapshot bug, and then I went to the actual 1.8 update that recently came out like a day or two ago, so there's a cow on the roof. How you doing? Oh, can I send him down there with one punch? I could do it. 2 punches? Go for 2 punches. Okay, that's it. Oh! Yes! Sacrifice! Pew. Anyways, I sacrificed him to the unholiness of this map. Let's go more over here towards the corner of the map, I think. I haven't looked over here. Let this chunks load so it doesn't lag as much. There we go. This is a pretty cool map, or building. I like this. It's very empty, but I like the color, I guess. It's like dark wood and then dark stained clay, and then very bright outline, if that makes sense. Pretty abstract, actually. It's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. This one over here, I love it. Probably the best looking house on the map, I'd have to say. This golf cart I put in here afterwards. A weird thing which was a common trend with most of the stuff I did. Most of the submissions I got were like like older updates basically. So quartz didn't even exist probably when that golf cart was made. But as you can see, they're probably not made around the same time, considering there's quartz there and there's quartz not there. He used like wool and sandstone because it was like the brightest blocks at the time that you can get slabs with. But yeah, like I said, stairs flipped. So like right here, it's supposed to be like this. But yeah, beautiful. But this one is pretty much fully decorated on the interior, and it's pretty compact actually. So there's not a whole lot of room to do stuff, so I might either renovate rooms completely, or I just might add just a little bit of detail here and there. But I like the black stained clay. I really love that look. It also has this like custom grass also that is really reminiscent to like very high stake mansion living. This house has a little bit too. This guy, if I remember his name, Burl 4040, if that's how you say his name, he didn't tell me to turn fire tick off. That bastard. Basically, I just kind of kept it as a theme though, considering it's going to be junkified sooner or later anyways. So the house lit on fire with the fireplace, and I basically just put out the fire, turned fire tick on afterwards, and just added some coal blocks here and there, added some debris on the ground, added some like fences holding up the pillars that were fallen and stuff. Alright, and this over here is basically a tunnel I made with MC Edit. It's not done yet, obviously, but it's basically an underground tunnel where like some military vehicles were coming in. Oh my goodness. What is that? Half a frame a second? Dear Lord. There we go. Don't look in the dark tunnel. You will die. I don't know why it's doing that. I seriously don't. I promise you it's probably just fraps, hopefully. It's not redstone, considering I only have one redstone contraption on this, and judging by the amount of redstone I put on other maps, it's not a problem. So there are also some police cars outside the police station. That's something to note. Let's go more over here. I'm just gonna swing through all the bigger buildings just because they're pretty self-explanatory. There's a clock tower here. It's hollow, so basically all it does is spawn bats. Go away. Clinic's still here. Has my face. It's pretty beautiful. Might move that somewhere. This office building, I really like the bottom. It's got like arches holding it up, and it's really different from all the other buildings I had, so I thought I'd add it. Wasn't really asking for skyscrapers, but it's small enough and it's got enough detail in it that I thought it'd be pretty sweet to add. So I'm going to dedicate that to my face probably instead of this building. Yeah. Anyways, this is a library. You saw that in the last couple of videos probably. Some more vehicles down here. There's a bank. Pretty cool. I like the top. It's a nice color. It's not just like a stone ceiling like most of my other buildings are, like my library right there. It's just different color. This is like a zombie killing machine. I don't even know what this guy was doing. It's beautiful though. You can actually go inside of it as well. Whee! I like that I'm the only person that I know who can actually go through an iron door without having to do it twice.
Like everybody I see, I always facepalm every time. It pisses me off a lot.
This building, you guys haven't seen yet. Probably the biggest submission I got. Look at this.
Somebody come look at this.
Look how big this is. This is a freaking school, but for the most part, most of the rooms are just like classroom, 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 and so on and so forth. But there are some different areas, like there's a cafeteria down there, and then over here you can see the ceiling or a skylight to like a theater. Whee! So that's pretty nice. Here's a gymnasium. I don't know how I knew that where that was by heart, but pretty nice looking gymnasium. I like the basketball hoops a lot actually. It's really well done, I think. It actually looks like it to me. But yeah, so for the most part, I like the windows as well. It's really different. I don't know, it's like iron bars, which is reminiscent to how schools are. But yeah, I like it. This is a shopping center. This is it reminded me of SimCity when I was doing this because I was like putting roads around it and stuff, just placing entire structures when I was making this map. It's the first time I ever made a map or like an adventure map or a custom map really. So it was really weird using MC Edit. I've used MC Edit before, but never to this extent. And it's like I just felt like I was playing SimCity. I was like hearing the cha-ching sign every time I put down some buildings. That was pretty sweet. But yeah, I like this because it's generic. It doesn't have any like advertisements. It's not like, oh, this is like Subway or anything. I can change this as I please, and it won't make a big difference, you know. So I don't even know what half of this is in here. I know there's shelves and like some cash registers and then whatever that is. But yeah, I can just do whatever. But there's a big parking lot that came with it and some already made vehicles that were basically fit down to the size. Most of my vehicles were like 4 wide. This is basically a road meant for like 3 wide, or like the parking spots for the most part. Yeah. Could work with 4 wide vehicles. But there's a little bit smaller roads like over here. This vehicle had to be 3 wide to fit. 4 wide just make it awkward. I don't know. But yeah, this store in here, I love this store. It's just beautiful. Compared to mine, it blows out of the water. I mean, I made mine months and months ago, but I wasn't even like dedicated to making an adventure map at that point. At that point, I was just making some buildings. I don't know why. But it's just cool. I like how he did this clay like abstract shape in most of the places. Like he just, I mean, obviously those are supposed to be like signs. I think they had item frames at one point. Why are there heads there? That's creepy. Anyways, but like even on the outsides, if I can, good lord, I feel bad now breaking his building. Let me out. That's like where a bird nest would go. I can see the clock down in the distance. That's cool. But he just did like generic little shapes. I don't know what that's supposed to be. You know, it's beautiful. I love it. Some little flags over here. I like it. Is that a dick? Okay. Thought I just put a dick on the ceiling. But yeah, I like how he added like a little like deli in certain areas. Like over here is a deli over here, which is like really reminiscent to like modern day grocery stores. He even has some like ice boxes over here. I assume I'm probably gonna make this ice instead of heads. But it's just like this, so I'm probably just gonna put ice there instead. But yeah, so for the most part, I think that's the entire map. There's this building actually, a very cool building. It's another modern building. I liked it just because it used a different style than the other modern buildings. The other ones were basically just clay and quartz. This one actually uses like wood and cobblestone and stone, so it almost looked like a survival build, which is pretty cool to me anyways. A little outdoor swimming pool where all my amazing squids go that run the universe. There's even a thing on the ceiling I saw. I don't know if I'll be able to make it work, probably, yeah. But it's basically just shoots fireworks, so if I... Whee! Yeah. But it has a bunch of random different fireworks, and it goes off with a day-night cycle using a daylight sensor, so that's how it works. This is a Victorian style house. I don't know if I've shown it yet, so let's take a look. Whee! This was made by Nyan Michael. His doors work, so good job, Michael. This guy told me to turn the fire tick off. He's a good job. He's a good job. He's a good guy. He did a good job. Some lonely flower pots out there. Wait.
Fuck you, flower. Anyways, I like the stovetop actually. It turns on. That's the reason I like it most part. I never thought of doing that before, so I thought it was pretty cool. Little storage room, no big deal. I just put glass on there. Probably should remove that. I think this is his head for his skin, so that's nice. But yeah, I mean, this is just a bigger building. I don't remember if I showed this building or not. Let's take a look. Whee! I like this building because it's very big on the inside. It's very roomy, very spacious. Nothing on the ground or anything. I'll put stuff here, but for the most part, I can see the layers of the other rooms from this one room. It's just awesome. It kind of looks a little weird, a little abstract up here. It's got some weird shapes, so I may or may not keep that. I don't know. But it's beautiful. So thank you guys for who all submitted, whatever it may be, no matter how big nor small it was. It really helps a lot. I was doing an okay job, but I mean, for the most part, you guys blew me out of the water with all your submissions, and I thank you. Each and every one of you. I love you all. You're beautiful. You're beautiful people. There's still a lot of work to do with the map, with basically just MC editing more stuff that you guys submit, and just basically putting this into the terrain, and adding story, and just making the contraptions for the redstone to make thirst.
A lot of work. So I don't believe I'll be finishing this by the time I reach 2,000 subscribers, but I thought I'd give you guys an update anyways, just due to the fact that, I mean, I've gotten 150 subs since my last video. I don't know why. I love you guys for it though. You guys are awesome. I love my community. I love the YouTube community and the Red community for helping so much. And you can still submit if you want. You can submit it by submitting the download to your structures and stuff like that to my messages through YouTube. Or you can go to the Submit Your Buildings video that I uploaded 2 videos prior to this, I do believe. And it will be, my email address will be in the description of that, so you can submit it to that as well. Whatever your preference is. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed everybody else's buildings. And I'll see you in the next video.